put the programs, policy, procedures, and the forms are being complied with, to meet the standards that was set by the certification body that you chose or certification standard. Here we go again. Hello again, PCQI, and thank you for joining us in this segment. So in this particular video, I just want to quickly touch on certification body and agency submission tips. So as you are getting certified, for your process, and that could be SQF, BRC, FSSC 22000, organic, halal, kosher, non-GMO, whatever certification or accreditation you're trying to achieve. First and foremost, congratulations for taking that leap. And obviously, you're going to have some, anxiety and stresses. And one of those is, submitting your corrective actions to the certification body and or agency submissions. So first, let me touch on the certification body. So what you're going to see, they're going to provide you a portal. And in that portal, you basically have, 3 or 4, depending on the certification body. Normally, you have the first 3 boxes. One is they're going to be asking for your root cause, of the issue. That's what happened. This is where you practice your 5 whys. Why, for example, if you don't have a certain process, why you don't have it, and then you answer that questions, and then there's another why, and another why, and another why. Okay, so there's plenty of information of the 5 whys exercise on the internet or on YouTube. So if you need more information on that, they are very widely available, for that. But on the root cause is pretty much, this is where sometimes when you're looking at your justification, what the reviewer is looking on the other side is, they already know you're not conforming to a specific standard. So they just basically, this is the part where you just own up to it, right? Like, why don't you have it? At the end of the day, this is what it is. So you state that you don't have it. There's nothing wrong with that. And then they're going to give you another box to basically says, okay, what is your corrective actions? So in the corrective actions, same thing, straightforward. You go to the root cause, why that problem existed on your non-conformance, or you don't have it, and then you address it specifically. So if you don't have a particular program implemented or a procedure that is missing as part of your root cause analysis, why you got that non-conformance, then you're just gonna basically, in that corrective action, you're gonna address that. You've developed the program or the policy or the procedures, the applicable forms are developed, and you're now utilizing it, and as well as the training materials and training records, which you are then gonna attach all of these things here that we're gonna talk about shortly. And then after you've done with the corrective action, it's just bullets, guys, right? So as a reviewer, sometimes I look at it and say, okay, there's too many storytelling here. Tell me how you're going to correct this. And then after you correct it, how do you prevent it from happening again? So they're going to give you a box that says preventive actions, and this is where you're going to state your prevention, right? For example, on your particular program, you are mentioning a frequency of verification on a weekly basis or a day-to-day basis. So part of your prevention program would be record review. That could be one, right? There's several types of preventive actions. Maintaining training on an annual basis, or retraining program, refresher training, that's another preventive measure. And then other PCQI slash QA/QC verification activities for that. You can also add validation protocol at that part of the prevention to make sure that those programs that you had put, the programs, policy, procedures, and the forms are being complied with, to meet the standards that was set by the certification body that you chose or certification standard. Okay. one of the tips that I have for attachment now, obviously these are automated, right? It's the days that you have to mail these things, with your explanation, those are long gone. Everybody has their own software portals that they can track the notes from the reviewer, kind of back and forth between your team and that team right there. So on the attachment, be specific. Take a look at your corrective actions, right? You stated these programs are developed and implemented, or they were adjusted. The procedures were redrafted to meet the requirements, right? Put references on that, and then you attach those documents. So as a reviewer, it's very, I don't need to read 30 pages of your SOP. Okay, I just need for you to tell me where they're at, straight to the point. Okay. And then take a snapshot of these, because sometimes if you have multiple users in that platform, let's say you have an assistant or you're working on it, or you're working with a consultant like us, and we're helping you put all of these things together for you and communicating with the certification body. We're updating, you're updating. Not all systems are alike. Some system conform with CFR 111, where the records, it just kind of goes on top of it. And some software we've seen with certification body, they disappear. So because, let's say you made a mistake on attaching a particular form that you wanted to attach, but it was actually a training record. So it gives you a chance to delete that and re-upload. Unfortunately, on the other hand, some system we've seen, those disappear. So when the reviewer, let's say you made a mistake, or the reviewer didn't see it, or they commented on something, because they really can't tell you. They're actually trying to tell you, but they can't, literally point a finger to it, because it's not their job. It's your job to provide those answers. And then you're going back and you're going, man, I swear I uploaded that on there. So my tidbits on that: snip it, right? And you create a file for these things, maybe copy paste them on a Microsoft Word, put a date on it. That becomes your proof that you've sent it to them. So if then there is a rejection or another reassessment, or maybe you're quote unquote late, that when you can then contact the certification body and say, hey, we did A, B, C, D, and this is our justification for that. Okay. So make sure you record everything to prevent all the anxiety and the stress, okay? Now, agency submission, let me kind of segue with this one. So anyways, for certification body requirements, reach out, info@consultaireinc.com if you need some assistance on that. And these are the type of stuff that we do every day. So let me jump on the agency submission. So agency is your FDA, USDA, or the state, okay? So typically on this one, what we've seen for us as we do this work, our clients either mail hard copies of statements or non-conformance or non-compliance letter responses for warning letters and whatnot. Those are hard copy, and also the corrective actions that are attached to it, the root cause and preventive actions, and all of those, what we call PFL. Programs, policies, procedures, or SOPs, form for records, and lessons for training materials. In this event, training records, right? So anything you mail to the agency, make sure you photocopy everything. Okay, put them in a drawer, put them in a file, right? So at least if they come back, you have a full record of what was sent, or lack thereof in evidences of what they want you to comply with. Now, if you're emailing it, print the email, right? So you emailed it, go to your sent button, print that out, okay? And then attach everything else underneath it. You can save all those, digitize them, however you want to do that. You can print hard copy on them, put them on a binder, as long as you have all of those recorded, okay? So anyway, so that's where I'm at on that. I just wanted to kind of share that with you. It's something that comes up on on a case by case basis, and I just wanted to share that just in case you're going through that frustration or some sort of requirements that you need to accomplish. Anyways, so I hope that helps, PCQI, and thank you again for your viewership and your continued support in providing a better food safety management system for all of us. All right? Have a good day. See you later. Contact us. And don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Thanks again, PCQIs. Have a good one.